All right, so thank you to the Veridian Credit Union team for, first of all, having us on site, and second of all, taking the time to share your feedback and your experience with our AI Copilot product. So joining myself today, we have Josh, which is the account manager at Comm100. I'll hand it over to Steph.
Stephanie, manager of outbound electronic relations at Veridian Credit Union.
Katie, team lead on the outbound electronic relations team at Veridian Credit Union.
And Matthew, bot developer at Veridian Credit Union.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. So to start off with, there's a few questions we just want to ask on what your experience has been with the Comm100 AI Copilot solution. So the first question we like to ask is, what first got Veridian interested in exploring the AI Copilot product off of Comm100?
Start with that. Regarding, Veridian is a company that wants to go digital first, always be innovative, always be ahead of the curve in terms of digital functionality and AI functionality. And with Comm100 being such a natural partner with chats and all the services you offer, we decided just to kind of deep dive and see what you guys offered.
Fantastic. Anything that the rest of the team
We just like to adapt to technology.
Yeah.
First, we want to provide our members better and better service. So ways that we can do that, it's great to partner with Comm100 to do those things.
Absolutely. All right, I'll pass it over to Josh.
Perfect. So before you guys implemented AI Copilot, what were some of the challenges or pain points that your teams were facing?
Currently, like the wrap-ups were they're selected by agents, right? So we would have wrap-ups. Probably, if for some agents you would scroll, there'd be wrap-ups for days, not days, but it felt like that when you're looking at them. That automated wrap-up thing has been huge for us. It automates things. It takes less work off of staff, as well as from sentiment analysis. It gives staff real-time feedback as far as how they're doing, or maybe how that member is responding, so it can help them maybe switch, flip the script as far as helping the member. And then the spotlights have been huge, I think, from Matt's perspective, and I can let him touch on that.
Yeah, spotlights let me quickly analyze and see what kind of conversations are happening, not only with the staff and our members, but also with the bot and our members. So we can see what kind of sales opportunities that members are asking for. We can see what kind of escalated situations members are experiencing with both staff and the bot to kind of easily analyze to see what's happening and troubleshoot there.
Fantastic. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we went ahead with this AI-driven initiative to release these products, is to both help the human agents with their day-to-day operations, as well as the managers and admins in analyzing the conversation after they have concluded. So thank you for the feedback. All right, the next question I want to touch base on is, how did you go about introducing AI Copilot to your agents, and what was the whole process like with the Comm100 customer success team?
So I handled that part of the AI Copilot experience. First, I validated, tested everything, and highlighted to staff and management what features I thought would be useful and what maybe wouldn't be as useful. After we determined to use the spotlights and the sentiment analysis and all the products that we enabled, I then met with groups of at least 5 to 6 and kind of went over them, like how to use the smart wrap-ups, how to go ahead and use text enhancements, how to go ahead and add notes for summarization, things of that nature. Just gave them like good 20 to 30 minutes of time to go ahead and let them ask questions, make sure they understood how the features worked, and then let them kind of use it in the wild.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. That's very valuable feedback. And anything else to add from the rest of the team on that front?
At the end of the pilot, Matt also sent out a survey to staff just to get their feedback as far as what did they like, what did they not like, what would they like to see. So I thought that was valuable too. With AI, it's constantly rolling out. So getting constant feedback from staff is huge to make them feel a part.
Fantastic. And in terms of the feedback that you received, was there any actionable items from the Comm100 end, or any really positive experiences that your agents felt that you like to share as well?
We had a few agents that were kind of like they had the buy-in, so they were the ones that were really like pushing it towards their coworkers. Not pushing it, but so it was good that they knew that like some people on their team that are doing this role already have the buy-in, are ready to go with it. So I think it was just getting more comfortable, because it's the first time we've rolled out like AI into something that they use every day. So just getting comfort.
And they love the wrap-ups. The wrap-ups have been huge time saving, but I think they were like, I think he turned it off at one point or another, and they're like, when's that getting turned back on?
Bring it back.
Why do I have to do this again? So,
Yeah, the key theme seems like across all our other customers as well as Veridian is efficiency and time saving.
Yep.
So it seems like Smart Wrap Up is other features of Copilot is doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
It's standardizing as well for you. So
absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Perfect. So since implementing AI Copilot, what kind of impact have you seen, whether in efficiency, customer satisfaction, or agent experience? I know we've already spoken a little bit to the agent side, but maybe what about to the Veridian customers? Like, how do you feel like they've taken it on? How have they been receptive to the differences that Copilot's brought?
Well, with like smart wrap-ups, for example, we can get to more member conversations quicker because we don't have to spend time looking through all the wrap-ups and identify which categories apply. In terms of things like text enhancements, we can go ahead and make messages more professional or kind of like understand and better write what we want to say in a quicker and more timely manner. So, things like chat response time, goes down, and agent response time goes down, and waiting time goes down because of some of these features.
That's fine. Obviously, if all them things come down, satisfaction will usually rise out the back of that.
Yeah, I think the Sentinel also has impacted the members, because staff can kind of see that red or orange smiley, not smiley face, and then they can kind of work towards, that kind of gamification of like kind of make that member happier.
Absolutely. The last thing is for other organizations and credit unions that are looking to leverage Copilot, are there any insider tips and tricks or any advice you'd like to share with them based on your rollout of Copilot?
Don't be afraid to test. Don't be afraid to ask Comm100 questions. You guys are awesome with responding to us, answering our questions, taking our feedback to heart, and kind of utilizing it or explaining what's happening. So don't be my biggest take back. Don't be afraid to ask questions and make sure that each case is right for your situation.
Fantastic. That's very good feedback. Thank you, Matt. And thank you for the shout out for the support. Anything from the rest of the team?
I would just echo that, the proof of concept and like working with you guys to make sure that you're like, hey, maybe a month isn't long enough. Like you guys are great to work with to maybe collaborate and see what works best. From an implementation standpoint, I think what Matt touched on is making sure that you are pulling staff aside and really having that small group or even one-on-one, because AI is new and staff are just not accustomed to it. It's not in their everyday habits when they're working, helping members. So I think just making sure you're taking the time to slow down with them and leverage that so they can kind of learn what it can do for them.
Absolutely. And that actually brings up a really good point because, as you mentioned, AI is evolving even on a daily basis at this point. So just having the extra sort of support mechanism from both the Comm100 end and from the organizational standpoint goes the extra way or extra mile, because at the end of the day, when new agents are coming on board and they haven't really seen AI, they may be overwhelmed. And that's why we're here to also support the process and essentially simplify as much as possible and ensure that our customers, such as Veridian, get the most out of our products. So that concludes all the questions we had for you guys today. Any sort of other comments, feedback, or any questions for us that you'd like to share at this point?
Thanks.
You guys been a great partner, so that's all I have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Feeling is mutual.
Absolutely mutual.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone, and
Thank you so much.
yeah,
Yes.
see you soon.
Yep.
Thank you.